Welcome back to episode 32 or 33 or something like that of our deep dive. We're going to go talk to Myari. We haven't talked to Myari since we lied to her back near the beginning of the game. We've only talked to her twice. So I don't know what sort of situation we're walking into. The contexts haven't moved forward at all. In our eyes. They may have... Oh, that's interesting. So she became a beating heart. Oh, so she overthrew Iox when she was a robot. Interesting. Which means that the emperor who retired to the moon we found. So this means that this is literally both the first and last empress. She was the one that overthrew the robots, but she also overthrew the empire at the end of the robots. That makes her the most important person. That makes her the most important person in the galaxy. I can do that. Actually, I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Let's tell some lies, tell some sweet little lies. Or big lies. Let's just try and distract her by businessing at her. Business, business, business? By the way, she's not a villain. I don't dislike her. She's just not part of this playthrough because, yeah, talking to her is annoying. And I don't know whether she's a looper or not. Yeah. Well, I certainly know that the robot overthrew two empires, so maybe she's looping. So her idea of the loop is that this empire just keeps getting destroyed. And hey, look who's out the window in quite an accidental but beautiful shot. With the Empress looking over while we talk about the destruction of the empire again. So we now know how he found his first lead. He found his first lead because the robot told him about it. Let's see whether we can run some undeletes on our robot brethren. I already found what he found. The only thing I haven't found is this ancient observatory, which I guess it's time to spill about. That is a big fat lie, I can already tell. Thanks. Oh, she didn't actually ask for it. She just kind of mumbled at us. That's interesting. We'll do a playthrough where we rely on her at some point in the future. So we just revealed something that we didn't know in universe before. That the thing the miners were digging up were robots. So remember that installation where we met the ancient upside down god? They were mining robots, apparently. That's what she just said. Don't know where she learned that. It's really funny that she doesn't know the things that we know, but she knows things that we don't. She's not simply clueless. She just knows whatever the contexts need her to know, and doesn't know whatever the contexts don't need her to, which could be interesting if it's done right, but in this case it's pretty clumsy. So this first Empress killed all the robots, and then later on she became a robot and killed all of the rest. Let's see. So you can see that we've got a soon not yet. The fact that we've got a soon not yet means that there is still stuff here to do, but I think that it's all Myari related. We're just going to do a quick little pass and see whether or not we have any old guy that wants to talk about the loop or anything. Oh, it looks like we might be able to talk more to our buddy. We'll find out in the near future. So right now we just kind of asked her whether or not she's every robot. So now she knows that they're people, finally. And it's not even a big deal to her. She's just kind of whatever. Hey Huang, I got more questions. It's funny how short story is. This camera framing is really strange. Here is this book. This book was one that had all of its old words scraped off, and then the Chronicles of Mazwai printed back on top of it. And this is why I wanted to revisit Iox. It's the only thing I cared about it. Because I knew that he would be just absolutely ecstatic. I sort of kind of left it towards last, but to be honest, I think that there were a couple of other things we could have gotten from him in terms of like texts and stuff, and I don't think we can talk to him anymore. No, he's deep inside his books now. Oh well, that's fine. It doesn't look like the deacon's going to come out and harangue us this time, so I guess that is that. That was the game patting me on the back for taking the statue back to Myari. If you don't take the statue back to Myari, you never get to speak with the ghost child. Of course, speaking with the ghost child kind of ruins... Oh, there he is, the deacon. No. Speaking with the ghost child kind of ruins the twist because you immediately learn that all the robots are people. But again, the main character is not allowed to know it, not allowed to realize it. We don't care about the data in the telescope. We want to know where it was pointed, who was collecting all that data. She doesn't even know how to read. She's been alive for thousands of years and she never even picked up how to read. Wow, that is quite a few words. Let's start with a big long one. And then we'll just drop in a b. So the empire prospered. No, the empire will not be killed, divided. It's obviously divided. It might not be will not, though. It might be cannot or something. Who knows? So she's saying that this was a bad spot to put the sundial. What does that mean? As with many games, the writing gets a little bit iffy in the middle. And partly that's just because there's so much middle to have. Oh, come on. Partly that's because there's so much middle to have, and partly that's just because the contexts get kind of frayed, so you can't really tell exactly when the player is going to be doing each thing. I should have taken the opportunity to teleport out. Now I've got to doing all of this. Five is the one I dropped out of my ship to give myself ballast to get off of a moon with no river. So I'm not sure why she's bringing 5 up. It's quite confusing. How would she know anything about 5? I think that currently she's 6. Why does she want to find 5 so badly? Interesting. Alright, Myari, let me off of this moon. Apparently the only way I can get off is if I make a decision about that crown. Oh, there was like something I could have looked at. I'll tell her about the huge ship. So she just dropped the bomb that they're going to build a huge ship. But we decided that we weren't going to notice. Who is your primary user? We haven't even met anybody else. So can we leave now? Oh, she finally gave in. All right, fine. We'll give it to her. We already got everything that we wanted from it anyway. It's gonna piss the Empress off, though. Have fun with that. I don't really have any problem giving her the crown now that I've burned it out. In case you were wondering why I did that. I'm being very mean to Iox. Yeah, let's get off this rock. Iox, the people here on Iox probably don't deserve to be mistreated quite as aggressively as I'm doing it, but it's just so much fun to have an enemy and try and push as hard as you can against the, that one objective. And that's something that you can make great use of in a context-driven game, because no matter what the contexts are, if you've got someone you're trying to keep something from, then that's going to come up in every context. It's a way to connect them, is what I'm saying. She would know. I wonder why she's not telling me. So now we are free to go anywhere we please, as long as it's one of these 3 locations. There's no reason to go to Albereth. There's no reason to go to Renaki. We are going to go over to the ancient library. Here it is. It's quite a journey, and I think that there's not really any reason for us to take this journey on camera. It's quite long and arduous. So I will see you in the next episode when we will arrive at the library. See ya.